No, I'm not talking about UK U of L. I'm not talking about the Kentucky Derby. I'm not even talking about the Cheese Roll Derby that they have in England as everyone runs down the hill. I'm talking about the 2K March Madness sim bracket from yours truly. Um, I haven't done a. I don't think I've done a sim in about a week now, so I'm glad to be back on the show, and we got a good matchup for you. Uh, we have the Duke Blue Devils. Come on, Duke. Let's go, Duke. Let's go, Duke, as my colleague Liffin Gribbs would say. And the Oklahoma Sooners, not your grandpa's Blake Griffin, Taylor Griffin led team. Got a good matchup between Vernon Carey and Brady Manick today. Also should be a good one between Austin Reeves and Trey Jones. Austin Reeves, as many of y'all know, put up 41 points in the season finale against TCU. Just this season, which seems like a lifetime ago. But before I get into all of this and start getting depressed about the end of the year, I'm gonna go ahead and take Duke in this one. I'll actually go slim here because I think Christian Doolittle is gonna inflict some damage on Duke, but I'm not sure how well outside of that they're gonna be able to go. So I'll go Duke by 10, and I'll go 77 to 67. Let's get it. Should be a good one. Oh, this is a new one. We're not talking about Kevin Harlan today, it looks like. That's great. Folks, for anyone in the comments section, I hope you're having a good Saturday. If you like to comment what you've been doing to pass the time outside of classes, because that's pretty much taking up 99% of my time. Hopefully, if you're anybody new, my name is Landon Carrico. Been doing this with the Neutral Site for the last 2 years. We're a Kentuckiana-based podcast, but we do fun national stuff like this too. Been doing it for the last 2 weeks. If you want to check us out, we're a Big Heads Media podcast as we get the starting lineups here. We've also been working with Hutch and Huber, who are another Kentuckiana podcast, do an amazing job. Check them out at Hutch and Huber, at us at Neutral Site Show. Without further ado, let's get to the tip as Vernon Carey gets it to go for the start for the Blue Devils. Blue Devils, obviously led by one of the greatest, if not the greatest, college basketball or just the general basketball coach of all time. Even though I had to throw up in my mouth a little to say that. No, I'm just kidding. I will give respect where it's due in this case. As Trey Jones kicks off the proceedings for Duke. Brady Manick, though, says, "Hold your horses. We're gonna stay steady here." As Oklahoma ties the game up 2-2. Brady Manick been one of the more consistent players, not just in the Big 12, but in the country this season. Really stepped up for the Sooners this year. And if there's one thing that Lon Kruger and Oklahoma alumni have been able to do, it's really been able to produce high-end front court talent for Oklahoma. Jones out to Stanley. Stanley with the pull-up jumper. No good, though. Rebound out to Manchild. Vernon Carey with the layup. Vernon Carey just recently signed with an agent and will be going pro as Devion Harmon for three, no good. Rebound out to Trey Jones. Cassius Stanley in the court. Oh, and he pulls a make. He goes right out of bounds with it. That's just tragic. Duke leads 4-2 to start. 18:40 left to go in the first half. Out to Harmon at the top. Harmon drives on Cassius Stanley, can't get anything going. Stanley out to Austin Reeves. Reeves with the spin move, tries to get back into the lane. Cannot. Out to Bieniemy. Out to Harmon for another three. Why not? But he misses. Rebound out to Vernon Carey. Jones running with it for the Blue Devils. Forced to pick up his dribble. Out to Carey at the free throw line. Carey, a guy that can shoot it, but rather play in the post. Not something you see traditionally from big men today. Jones out to Moore, who drives. Wendell Moore has to get one up, and he does. Can't get it to go. Rebound out to the Sooners. Oklahoma's running with it. Out to Harmon for another three. Can he finally get this one to go? And he does. Harmon finally hits a three for the Sooners. That puts them up 5-4. Jones out at the left side. Carey trying to get position on Reeves. He finally does. Jones then feeds him. Carey backs down, back out to Jones. Jones stripped up. He's got throwing up for 3 off the front iron, but Cassius Stanley with the rebound. Oh, Brady Manick, the big guy, can't come up with the rebound. Oh, and Trey Jones throws it to Harmon. The Sooners are running with it right now. Out to Bieniemy. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Bieniemy. I apologize, all 3 Sooner fans that are watching this. Harmon back out to Reeves at the logo. Back out to Christian Doolittle. Bieniemy. And Cassius Stanley with the tip. But it's still Sooners ball. Bieniemy trying to beat the 5 seconds. And he does. He gets it out to Harmon, who has to throw one up. Not even close. Wendell Moore with the rebound for the Blue Devils. Wendell Moore out to cutting Trey Jones at the top of the key. Jones to Stanley. Tries to get something off the pick and roll from Vernon Carey. He drives. And with the dunk! My, oh my! Cassius Stanley, folks. You know, a lot of people, and I've never understood, it says Trey Jones comes up with it. Hold my thoughts for a minute. Trey Jones out to Stanley for 3. No good. That would have brought the house down right there. Doolittle out to Reeves. Harmon. He's already taken 4 shots for the Sooners. Reeves has yet to take one. And we got a foul. Oh, on Brady Manick. Questionable foul call, but fair enough. Foul on Brady Manick. Jones out at the top of the logo. Carey on the perimeter. He can play that spot, but not really one of his strengths. One of the big knocks on him coming up in the NBA draft soon. Stanley with the pull-up. 3 in and out. Looked like it was down. And we got a deflection. Cassius Stanley now running with it, leading the point for the Blue Devils. Still 6-5 Duke with 15:25 left to go in the first. Jones drives. Out to a cutting Carey with the layup. Can't get that to go. That's surprising, especially with the dominant hand layup for Vernon Carey. Bieniemy out to Reeves. Reeves with the pull-up jumper. That's his first, and that's a miss. Rebound out to Carey. Definitely not Harry Carey, even though that would be kind of funny watching Harry Carey play basketball. Wendell Moore drives with the layup. That's why he was a high-end recruit last year. Wendell Moore really turning it up at the end of the year for Duke. Would have been great down the stretch for them as the Sooners take a timeout. Matthew Hurt losing minutes to Wendell Moore at the end of the year. And you can argue that Duke looked like a more well-oiled machine down the stretch with Wendell Moore than they did Matthew Hurt. But back to my point earlier about Cassius Stanley. And if you ask me, and I don't know if anybody agrees with this, you can respond in the comments section. Cassius Stanley reminds me a lot of Gerald Green. Now, how much of a role will I think Cassius Stanley have? I think he could be a reliable starter. That's just me, but there's a lot of Gerald Green in Stanley's game. I think the one unsung part about Gerald Green's game is his three-point ability. But hey, if you agree with me, cool. Fist bump. If you don't, could be worse. And out of the timeout, no substitutions it looks like for the Sooners. Duke goes to their bench pretty quick. And speaking of quick, Bieniemy to the cup. Speaking of people getting minutes taken from earlier, Matthew Hurt checks into the game for the first time for the Blue Devils. Trey Jones drives. Tries to go with the layup stop. Vernon Carey loses the ball. Reeves running with it. Now Williams, who's checked into the game for Oklahoma. Manick with the layup. No good, but the rebound by Christian Doolittle. Doolittle, one of the most important players on Oklahoma's team, averages the most minutes out of every player on the team. There's Reeves with the pull-up. Contested 3. No good. Another rebound out to Carey, and Stanley's running with it. The only quip I have with this game is that Matthew Hurt is nowhere near that built in real life. Jones with a three, no good. Verticary with another rebound. Oh, not the and one. That's two on Brady Manick. Not what you want to see right now, but it is what it is if you're a Sooner fan. Still hanging in what's been a relatively low-scoring game. And he gets the first to go. But he cannot knock down the second. Yeah, folks, I'm going to be honest. If you haven't checked out our earlier stuff, I would not in the slightest. Ooh, Reeves, though, foul on Joey Baker. Be surprised if Oklahoma wins this game. I'd like to clarify to all you angry, fans out there who have gotten mad at us for certain teams making the Elite Eight and Sweet 16. It's a simulation, folks. We don't openly say, hey, this will be good for ratings. This is something that we need to make happen. As Matthew or Alex O'Connell with the illegal screen, we don't just sit in our quasi boardroom. And I say quasi because it would be a bunch of Skypes during this quarantine and say, oh yeah, Eastern Washington is a 15, should make the Elite Eight. Oh, that's some Galaxy 200 stuff. No. It's cool. It's enjoyable, but no. So, if anything, Joey Baker, though, putting the moves on right now, but he can't finish. It'd be funny if Oklahoma won this game, but is somebody that, thinks Duke should win here. We'll see what happens. Out to a cutting Reeves for three. Oh, in and out. Delorier with the rebound out to Joey Baker. Baker out to Matthew Hurt with the layup. No good, but he's fouled by Quoth. What a name, Quoth. It could be Quaith, but I'm going to go with Quoth. It sounds a lot better. Matthew Hurt hits the first. Cannot hit the second. Matthew Hurt, 5-star freshman out of Minnesota, top 10 consensus recruit. May not have panned out at Duke, but before any of y'all start saying you're a UK fan talking about underdeveloped recruits, I never said that. He was productive, and he probably would have been drafted had he gone. But with the rumors swirling he could be transferring, it'll be interesting to see if that happens, especially with all this going on right now, or if Hurt chooses to return. Quoth misses the jumper and the rebound out to Joey Baker. Baker loses it, picks it back up, goes up for the layup, no good. Rebound out to Quoth. Williams tries to drive, and he's hacked by Jordan Goldwire. I almost said Goldwater like we were in the 1964 election. Johnson, Barry Goldwater. That would not be good. As Reeves drives, tries to size up Goldwire. Almost goes with the Mamba fade. R.I.P. Merritt drives, can't get it to go, but Delorier called on the foul there. Oklahoma already in the bonus. Well, what a very interesting start, considering Oklahoma, not Duke, is in the bonus, as Merritt gets 1 or 2 to go. 10-10 right now. Sooners hanging in with the Blue Devils in a 2-10 matchup for elite access to the Elite Eight. Matthew Hurt drives. And Goldwire is hacked by Austin Reeves. Justin Robinson checks into the game for the Duke Blue Devils. Robinson, you may know, is the son of NBA Hall of Famer David Robinson. Been a real good feel-good story for the Blue Devils this year, spending time as a near walk-on status to finally playing in a bunch of games by the end of the year and really having his presence felt, especially against North Carolina at Cameron Indoor. Real good story. Real feel-good story. You love to see it. We at TNS here love the good old feel-good stuff. Don't worry about what you hear from HP, Jared, and Griff about the hardball stuff. We love the feel-good stuff here. It's great to see. Good to see Justin Robinson's forging his own legacy as Reed forges a contested jumper. and he can't get it to go. Rebound out to O'Connell. O'Connell out to a cutting Goldwire at the free throw line. It's a little packed right there. They're going to space it out. Out to Robinson. Back to Connell at the top with 10 left on the shot clock. Hurt gets a pick from O'Connell. Runs off of it. O'Connell stays out with the fade. Can't get anything to go. Hurt has to throw something up with 1 to go. Kicks it out to O'Connell for 3. No good. But the rebound out to Matthew Hurt. Delorier, though, gets it at the free throw line. There's 7 left on the shot clock. Delorier trying to find somebody. Finds Goldwire at the right wing. Drives with the layup. No good. Oklahoma's running with it. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Williams is going to have to throw one up from the logo, and he can't get it to go. Well, this game has been very underwhelming, but beggars can't be choosy because I'm finally not calling a blowout. It's very nice to not be calling a blowout for once. I think the margin of games that I've been calling was like 26 points at one point. So I'm very glad to not be doing that right now. Reeves brings it up for the Sooners. He drives, open jumper, and he got it. That's the first one to go. For Austin Reeves. Goldwire, though, tries to get something going to Laurier with a nice little through step, and he gets it to go. Duke ties it back up at 12. Cloth out to Reeves for 3. Got it. I've received validation from the St. Anthony Bears fan account. Thank you, St. Anthony's. Means a lot. Appreciate it. I still want to know who runs that account. Goldwire out to O'Connell. To Robinson, who throws a dangerous pass out to Goldwire. He's got throwing up ahead of the shot clock. He does, but can't get it to go. Rebound out to Cloth. Hill out to Reeves. Justice Hill in for the Sooners off the bench. One of the more valuable players off the bench for Oklahoma this year. Averages about 14 minutes a game. And the contested layup, no good. But the foul on Jordan Goldwire. He can't get the first to go. Reeves. Keanu hits the first. I wonder if Keanu Reeves is any good at basketball. He's not that bad, he says, as he gets it out to Harmon with the steal. The and one layup. Harmon with the layup. Puts the Sooners up 5. Is Oklahoma really about to do this? Like, once again, for everybody thinking I have control over this, as Jack White checks back into the game, I am hitting a button to continue, so you're not having to sit here for 3 hours and watch the halftime show and Depressed Kenny and the St. Anthony. Well, actually, you can watch the St. Anthony, I guess, Bears account. I don't know if they want me to. I don't care at this point. The dance team. But other than that, I'm basically just the guy hitting a button. I bring little to the table right now except insightful commentary and a few puns. Jack White tries to get something going. Sizes, do a little up. Cassius Stanley can't get it to go. Rebound out to Bieniemy. Doolittle running with it. Out to Iwakura for 3. Oh, it looked like it was in, but it rolls out. Cassius Stanley loses it. The Goldwire picks it up, running with it along the corner. Robinson out at the top to Stanley. Stanley drives with a pull-up jumper. Can't get it to go, but he gets his own rebound, and he's fouled. Duke really hurting from the lack of a certain Vernon Carey right now, as Stanley hits the first and hits the second. Harmon brings it up, and it's pickpocketed by Trey Jones. If I had a nickel for every time that's been said in his career at Duke, probably on Microsoft. This Jack White goes up with the left. Can't get it to go, but he gets his own rebound. That was a gimme. Trey Jones loses it, but gets it back. Carey checks back in for the Blue Devils. Has to beat the shot clock. He can't. Stolen by Harmon. Harmon's running with it. Out to a cutting. Brady Manek with the dunk. Manek had nobody in front of him. Jones at the top of the key, trying to engineer a run for the Blue Devils. Jones out to Carey. Carey's got a size mismatch, and he easily gets it to go. It's like stealing candy from a baby. And folks, for anybody still on here, we will have a guest commentator for the next game. This is one I'm actually really excited about. Longtime TNS faithful, and Jack White with the layup. TNS faithful listener and person that's been there from day one, Shaggy Seth Wallace, will be commentating the Dayton UK game at 4:30. Very exciting stuff. But back to the action here, because this is Oklahoma. Duke is Oklahoma with 5:57 left in the first half, leads Duke 20-18 as Harmon puts him on skates, but he can't get the jumper to go. Looking like Johnny Weir out there, Michelle Kwan. That's pretty much all the ice skating references that I know. Apollo Antonono, maybe. I don't know. I try, folks. I try. It's Cassius Stanley out to Vernon Carey. Carey does it again. Carey is just a man-child. I say that as nice as I can, as respectful as I can, because you just can't stop him. Or at least Oklahoma can right now. Brady Manek's good, but I just don't see him being able to be stopped. But Manek says, hold your horses, Landon. I can score too. Jones out at the top. Out to Wendell Moore. Moore out to a cutting Jones at the top right. Out to Stanley in the middle. Out at the top of the key, Stanley has to beat the shot clock. There's 2 left. Wendell Moore's got to throw one up, and he does. No good. But the rebound by Jack White, who goes up with the athletic dunk? You're right, I said that with a question mark, because Jack White is not known for that. But this simulation says, we're in my rules now. If Jack White's going to dunk it, Jack White's going to dunk it. As Duke ties the game back up. Brady Manek out of the top, pump fakes, can't get Carey to budge. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Manek might have to throw one up. Out to Harmon, who's got to throw up a 3. No good. Who else with the rebound? Vernon Carey. Jones drives with the layup, and he's fouled for the and-1, and that's 3 on Brady Manek. Brady Manek has picked up 3. Unfortunately, since this is 2K, they do get 6 fouls, so before everyone starts complaining, he fouled out, he should be out of the game, it's going to go both ways, folks, so I'm sure a Duke player will get 5 fouls. It's happened in every game we've done. Harmon trying to get something going with the layup, no good. Harmon really not having that great of a game today for the Sooners. Out to, oh, it looked like we were going to get an oop for Vernon Carey, but Brady Manek with that elite athleticism goes up. Harmon trying to put somebody on skates, Johnny Weir style. He cannot. Manek with a pull-up 3, and he got it. Brady Manek. He can hit that shot, folks. As he ties the game back up 25-25 with 3:30 left to go in the first. Joey Baker. Speaking of three-point shooters, Joey Baker. Out to Vernon Carey. Another mismatch on Harmon. He goes up with the up and under with the offhand. Woo! A little finesse. A little Bruno Mars with the layup. And a timeout by Lon Kruger and the Oklahoma Sooners. Duke leads 27-25 with 3:07 left to go in the first. Ba-da-da-da, ba-ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da. And we're back to the action, folks. Probably going to get copyrighted there, but hey, it was worth it. Manic trying to get out of trouble here, and he does. He has to throw one up. Oh, almost got it to go, actually. Baker out to an open Trey Jones. You bet it is. A three-pointer for Duke to put them up 5 with 2:45 left to go in the first. Brady Manic with the pull-up jumper. No good. The tough rebound by Joey Baker. Baker out to Stanley. Stanley out to Jones. Out to Baker. Baker to Carey. They got 5 on the shot clock. Baker out to Jones at the top. Goes to the left side. Drives with the open layup and gets it to go. Total lack of communication there by Oklahoma as he just went through the barnyard door like there was nobody on watch. As Manic drives. What the? Manic with the acrobatic layup and the high five. Well, no, it was not a high five, but that with a little side bump there. Brady Manic putting the team on his back as he hits the free throw to cut the lead to 4 for the Blue Devils. Trey Jones out to a cutting Vernon Carey who gets the layup. The big fella sending it in. Once again, we don't have anybody named Jerome, so it's kind of depressing. I can't say, send it in, Jerome, the big fella. Oh well, we'll get over it. Is Brady Manic out at the top? Manic putting the team on his back, and he can't get that one to go, though, but Quath comes up, and Carey says, Quath, get that out of here. Baker gets the pick from Hurt, doesn't do anything with it, tries to drive out at the top of the timeline, can't get anything going. Carey asking for it in the post. He's got Quath on him, and he, oh my gosh, he just bullies Quath out of the way for the layup. That should have been an emphatic slam, but whoo! Vernon Carey says, this is my terrain, Dodge terrain. Yeah, I wish we were sponsored by Dodge. We're not, though, but oh well, we're not going to get copyrighted. Brady Manic drives, goes up with a contested layup and gets it to go. Brady Manic, 14 of 30 points for Oklahoma. 42 seconds left to go as Trey Jones drives, gets out to a cutting Matthew Hurt, who stays in the air long enough to find some real estate to put it in for the Blue Devils. Reeves out to Manic. Manic drives out to a cutting Justice Hill. Hill back out to Quath, not known for his perimeter play, and wisely gets it back out to Reeves. Reeves out to Hill at the top of the logo. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Hill trying to get something going. Manic with a somewhat open 3, but he can't get it to go. Vernon Carey with another rebound. Duke can take the last shot here with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. It looks like exactly what they're going to try and do. Jones tries to drive, can't get anything going. Finally finds a seam, out to an open Alex O'Connell for 3, and he got it right before the shot clock. Oklahoma's got time to throw one up, but they don't. Ooh, even though that looked like that was going in. Duke finally finds some sort of rhythm there in the last 10 minutes of the first half. They go up 41-30 going into the second half, and Kenny Smith's depressed again. Kenny, UNC's going to make the tournament next year, man. You're fine. It was 1 year. Come on, man. I'm not even making Prozac jokes anymore. I just feel bad for 2K Kenny Smith. I don't feel bad for Cassius Stanley because he's about to be a rich man. And by man, he is younger than I, sir. Vernon Carey already has 13 and 7. Full disclosure, I thought it'd be more than 7 rebounds, but Duke is also shooting 49% from the field compared to Oklahoma's 35. And that, folks, in true TNS fashion, as we will put up on a poster board somewhere, will win you bowl games. So good for you, Blue Devils. Kenny's smiling. That's what we want to see. It's not that I don't care about Ernie and Shaq. It's, they're not always depressed, so that's good. Can you imagine if like for the okay, so there's four guys there, right? Imagine if HP, Jared, Griffin Isle did that, how terribly that would go. Like imagine that. Imagine Jared. All right, man, we're gonna dunk this ball in the basket, and one of us just goes flying over the goal. Yeah, no, it'd probably be me. I could see that. As Manic drives, swatted by Vernon Carey. Call him the exterminator because he got that out of there. Enemy out to Manic, who's got the easy dunk. Back to single digits for the Blue Devils. Cassius Stanley out to Trey Jones. Wendell Moore checks back in for the Blue Devils. Out to, it looked like we were going to get Cassius Stanley. Oop, we do not. Christian Doolittle disrupts it. Enemy with the layup in the and one. Folks, we got ourselves a ball game, and I'm not talking about Dayton, Kentucky later today. This one's here to stay. Enemy with, just sounds really nerd. Enemy, there we go. That sounds a lot better, folks. We got a 6-point lead for the Blue Devils as Trey Jones tries to get some offense going. He does out to Stanley with the mid-range jumper. No good. Rebound out to Brady Manick for the Sooners. Manick's got a little bit of a speed advantage on Carey that he's been utilizing all day. Reeves with the layup can't get it to go. The tough defense by Stanley. Trey Jones with the pull-up, no good. Carey, though, with the putback. He didn't need to go that fancy with it, and he misses. Harmon out to Reeves for three. Bullseye! Oh, it looks like it was a tough two. It looks like his foot was on the line. I would say we'd go to TNS virtual review, but we don't have those kind of funds, folks. 37-41 Duke. Make that 43 with Vernon Carey with the dunk. The God of Thunder. Thor himself with the hammer. Woo! Man, even for 2K standards, it was pretty vicious. Brady Manick with a pull-up jumper, can't get to go. Another rebound for Vernon Carey, and Duke's off and running with it. Out to Jones. Jones out to Jack White. Posting up Doolittle. 5 on the shot clock. White not really doing much, just throws it out to Jones, who's got an open mid-range, can't get it to go. Rebound out to Christian Doolittle. Haven't called Doolittle's name much today. And Sooners are really going to need to get him going. Brady Manick drives with the layup, can't get it to go, but gets his own rebound. Doesn't go up over Stanley, shockingly enough. Keanu Reeves, that'd be cool though. Brady Manick with the layup, can't get that one to go either. Cassius Stanley holding his own on Brady Manick in 2 straight shots. Stanley out to Wendell Moore for 3. Got it! Wendell Moore says, hold your horses, young man. As Duke goes back up 9 with 17 minutes left to go in the game. Harmon drives with a tough pull-up jumper, ill-advised, and he misses. Harmon really been taking Oklahoma out of their rhythm today. Jones drives. Can't get anything going. Harmon playing lockdown defense. Loses the ball, though. Gets it to Vernon Carey in the post. Oh, dear God, say a prayer. Vernon Carey with another dunk. This guy does not know the meaning of just mercy. Not the movie, even though I've yet to see it. But he's not know the meaning of mercy. As Harmon takes another 3. Lon Kruger staying faithful to Harmon out there, even though it might be time to take him out. As Moore's foot stepped on the line, and we're coming back to the Sooners. Reeves out to a cutting Harmon, who hits the layup and need that one to go. Gold Goldwire checks into the game for the Blue Devils. Out to Wendell Moore with the easy layup. Out to a cutting Reeves with the dunk. Goldwire out to Wendell Moore with another layup, and he gets it to go. Duke still keeping this one out in front of double digits. Oklahoma trying to claw away at this lead as Manick does his best, but he's swatted by Jaffin DeLaurier, gets his own rebound and puts it back up. 52-43 Oklahoma. Oklahoma's still very much in this game, just need to get a few stops, which they've been unable to do on Duke. Then again, that's pretty much been Oklahoma's kryptonite all year, so I'm not sure. Cassius Stanley goes up at the end, one on Brady Manick. That's 4 on Brady Manick. Stanley at the line. Can't get that to go, though. Reeves out to Quoth. Quoth drives. Can't get it to go. Quoth has to throw one up, but the shot clock doesn't even touch rim, and we get a shot clock violation for the Sooners. Goldwire drives, hangs up long enough to miss it, but he gets his own rebound, and Duke's going to reset with 10 on the shot clock. Connell out to DeLaurier, out to a cutting Goldwire. Are we going to see some Shawshank redemption? No, we're not. We're not. That's a shame. Iwakor drives out to Reeves, thinks about it, doesn't take the shot. Out to Quoth, out to Williams with 10 left on the shot clock. Oklahoma trying to get this back to single digits. Out to Reeves. Reeves doing his best Keanu as he hangs in the air Matrix style and can't get it to go. Rebound out to Goldwire. Duke has numbers. Out to a cutting Joey Baker who can't get the layup to go. A little bit of contact there. Could have been called a foul. But the refs let them play on. Iwakor drives with the layup. Can't get that to go. Rebound out to Justice Hill. Hill goes up and gets it to go. Goldwire out at the elbow. Out to a wide open DeLaurier with the reverse dunk. Quoth tries to get something going at the top. With the layup, gets to go, can't get it. And Baker, right now, Duke comfortably sitting on an 11-point lead. Oklahoma has not been able to get many stops today, as we still have 12 and a half left to go in the game as DeLaurier finds another easy layup. Lon Kruger, though, refuses to call a timeout. As Reeves trying to get something going. And it's pickpocketed by Justin Robinson. O'Connell out in front of the pack with the layup. Can't get it to go. Iwakor with the rebound. Out to Hill. Hill had a silently pretty productive game today. Out to Hill. Hill drives with the powerful dunk. And Duke's going to take the timeout here. Okay, I can't tell if that's Coach K or Vinny Del Negro. How many of y'all remember Vinny Del Negro from the Clippers and other coaching positions? The St. Anthony's dance team strikes again. It's a good model, though. I mean, like Vinny does kind of look a little bit like Coach K, I guess, but I don't know. Not bad, though. Not bad at all. Delorier out to Matthew Hurt. Hurt out to Baker at the top of the key. Duke resting the starters right now, and honestly, since Oklahoma couldn't guard a barn at this point, it makes perfect sense. Goldwire has to throw one up. Can he beat the shot clock? He does! Oh, I thought that one was going in. It rims out. Out to Williams. Williams tries, puts his head down. Cannot get anything to go. Reeves out to Williams. Williams drives with the pull-up jumper. Can't get it to go. Really didn't look like he had any balance on that shot. 11 minutes to go. Duke with the layup. Goldwire hangs long enough. Reeves out to Manick. Got to be careful, Brady Manick here. He's got 4 fouls on the day, and really, if they lose him, it's pretty much game over. Jordan Goldwire. Out to O'Connell. Goldwire. 7 left on the shot clock. Out at the right wing. Hurt tries to get something to go. He's fouled. Can't get it to go. Lon Kruger looking on at what could have been at UNLV. No, I'm just kidding. I'm pretty sure he made the right move. Lon Kruger, though, also coached the Hawks at one point. Let's go, Hawks! As Matthew Hurt cannot hit the first. Hurt with the second. That one's good. Duke leads by 14. Manick out at the logo. And Vernon Carey picks his pocket as Trey Jones drives. Tries to size up Manick. Goes up, no foul on Manick. He was straight up. Reeves out to Bieniemy. Bieniemy out to Reeves for the 3. No good. As Duke putting on a comfortable exhibition of basketball right now as opposed to badminton or soccer. Up 61-47 on Oklahoma with 10 left to go in the game. Trey Jones out to Carey. Carey once again gets his way with the easy layup over Brady Manick. Very interested to see Vernon Carey versus Obi Toppin or Nick Richards. As winner of this game gets the winner of Dayton and Kentucky, which should be a really good one. Out to Williams. At the top to Bieniemy with the contested 3. Off the back iron, Trey Jones with the rebound, and they're running with it out to Jack White, who cuts, puts it between his legs. Dangerous pass out to Goldwire, back out to Jones at the timeline. Jones drives with the contested layup, can't get it to go. Rebound out to Bieniemy. As Manick with nothing but daylight. Oh, and a very ill-advised pass as Reeves tries to save it and heads into the stands. As Adrian Peterson pats him on the back and says, good try. Good try. And it looks like Harmon checks back into the game for Oklahoma. Or my mistake. Yes, he has. And it looks like Wendell Moore checks back in for Duke. As does Cassius Stanley out to Carey. Carey imposing his will on the Oklahoma defense. And the alley-oop out to Cassius Stanley. I don't even care if that was Duke. Let's go. Come on, Duke. Come on, Duke. That was great. As Reeves out to Harmon. Harmon, we get a foul. Cassius Stanley shoves him at the end of the play. Nothing by the officials. Reeves loses it. This is starting to turn into a nightmare for the Sooners. Out to Wendell Moore at the open mid-range. You bet he got it. There's a reason he was a top recruit coming out of high school, and it wasn't because he just knew how to dunk. Wendell Moore's the complete package. And another timeout for Oklahoma. This one's getting out of hand. You guys remember when Oklahoma was like actually pretty close to pulling ahead of Duke? Remember when that was like 15 minutes ago? Yeah, me too. Me too. So Oklahoma down 20 with 7:56 left in the go. Harmon off the pick. Gets it out to Manick, who takes the three. No good. And another rebound out to Vernon Carey. Carey out to Jones. Jones, and it's pickpocketed by Doolittle. Manick out and running with it. Out to Harmon for three. And he got that one to go. Harmon with a much-needed three for the Sooners. 67-50. Duke with 7:26 to go. Cassius Stanley drives, puts one up, can't get to go. The tough rebound by Brady Manick. Manick out to Reeves. Out to Harmon. Harmon tries to throw one up. He's fouled by Vernon Carey. That's Vernon Carey's first. Harmon with the first, can't get it to go. And hits the second. 16-point lead for Duke. Pretty comfortable one right now for the Blue Devils. Out to Matthew Hurt. Carey with another one-on-one matchup. Gets that one to go. Vernon Carey. Proving to all you fools why he'll be a solid pro and a first-round pick. I saw somebody on Twitter, shocker, that said that Vernon Carey wasn't even going to get drafted. And this Duke was, oh my gosh, speaking of Vernon Carey, the block. And this guy was a self-proclaimed Duke fan. Speaking of fans, Wendell Moore with another three. It was a Duke fan that said there's no way Vernon Carey gets drafted. This guy proclaimed himself as a die-hard Duke fan. Do you know how dumb of a take that is, considering how good Vernon Carey is? Like, I get some of the knocks on him. Like, he's not a real good perimeter player and all that, but he's a guaranteed first-rounder. What else did you want out of him? He was as solid as they came. It's Vernon Carey with another layup. It's just not even funny anymore, folks. There's a reason this guy was a top 3 recruit or top 5 recruit coming out of high school. There's a reason that Coach K loves him. There's a reason that his name is going to be called, within the first 30 picks. It's Harmon with the and one layup. So anybody saying that Vernon Carey, and I know it's a very small percentage that believe that, that's just crazy. That's ludicrous. Is Harmon with the old-fashioned three-pointer. Duke, though, still up 74-54 on the Sooners. Trey Jones drives. It's double team. Manick swipes at it, knocks it out of bounds. Still Duke ball with 12 left on the shot clock and 5:35 left to go in the game. Hurt throws it in to Trey Jones at the timeline. And looks like Reeves comes up with it. Nothing but daylight with the dunk. Jones out to Moore. Oklahoma fans thinking, thank God it's not Vernon Carey posting up right now. Moore, though, out to Stanley. Stanley with 6 on the shot clock gets the pick from Hurt. Pulls up for 3. No good. Rebound out to Harmon. Doolittle out to Harmon, who goes up with the layup. Nobody in front of him, and Harmon gets it to go. Hope Doolittle becomes a doctor. It'd be kind of cool to call him Dr. Doolittle, even though it's not spelled the same. Alright, that's enough of my 90s movies reference, even though it was definitely made in the 50s or 60s too. But hey, little neutral site info for us. Speaking of info, newsflash, Trey Jones is good as he hits the layup. Reeves drives out to Harmon with a wide open three-pointer. Can't get it to go. He's not had a productive shooting night all day. As Moore drives, pickpocketed by Harmon. Harmon out to Reeves. Nothing but real estate in front of him. And he got fouled from behind, but they don't call it. But he gets the layup, 76-60. My prediction's a little bit off, but hey, when is it not on the show? Jones out to Moore. Moore with 5 on the shot clock. They don't get it to Vernon Carey. They finally do. He's got to do something. The fadeaway, no good. Rebound out to Reeves. Rebound out to Manick. Out to Reeves. Manick drives. The foul on Vernon Carey, but he can't get it to go. Manick hits the first and the second. That's 20 points for Brady Manick today, but it's probably not going to be enough for the Sooners. Hurt out on the left wing. Out to Trey Jones. Jones out to Carey, out to Moore for a mid-range jumper, no good. That's a definite foul on Matthew Hurt as he throws Bryant Reeves, Austin Reeves, to the ground. Still not as cool as Keanu. Then again, not a lot of people are. Reeves out to Harmon. Harmon tries to get something going, throws up an ill-advised shot, but he gets it to go in the foul on Cassius Stanley. Cuts that down to a 12-point ball game with 2:55 left to go in the game for the Sooners. Harmon hits the free throw. Folks, I'm not implying that there's a comeback on the verge here, but this is interesting. Jones, though, fouled by Austin Reeves. Duke's still not in the bonus just yet. Each team with 2 timeouts. Out to Stanley. Jones trying to drive. He gets a little bit of an opening. Can't get to go. Rebound by Jack White with the putback. The upperclassmen with the hustle play as Duke leads 78-65. Bieniemy. Out to Manick. He's got to throw one up. And he loses the ball. Vernon Carey with the steal as if he hadn't done enough already today. Wendell Moore with the layup. Can't get it to go. Rebound out to Bieniemy. Bieniemy out to Manick for the 3. Got it! Oklahoma on a bit of a run. Oh, it looks like it was a long 2. Ooh. Once again, we do not have a virtual review, folks. As Jones drives out to a wide open Jack White for 3. No good. Trey Jones, though, with the veteran rebound. Not a heads-up play, though, as he tries to throw it up. And misses. Rebound out to Oklahoma. Bieniemy with the very Buddy Hield-like 3-point shot. Off balance. Can't get it to go. Jones, though, almost with the backcourt violation as he has to retrieve it. And Carey goes up again. Can't get it to go. Doolittle on the play. Reeves out to Harmon with Jack White on him. Fakes. Drives. Can't get it to go. He's fouled, though, by Jack White. And he cannot get the first to go. Harmon actually has 20 points today. One of those volume shooters, it looks like, as Duke leads 78 to 68. One minute left in the game, and everyone on their feet. I wouldn't say it's been a classic, but it's been a good one by my standards. We get an illegal screen on Wendell Moore. A timeout for Oklahoma. That is not the St. Anthony Bears dance team. I don't care then. Yeah, I'd say it makes sense. Vernon Carey is the player of the game. Out to Harmon with a contested 2. Can't get it to go. And, of course, the rebound out to Vernon Carey. That's probably going to seal the deal for the Sooners. Even though it looks like Trey Jones is trying to get a quick score for some odd AI reason I can't conjure up. Wendell Moore at the top with 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Vernon Carey out to an open Trey Jones, who puts up a 3. And, it was going to be an exclamation mark, but it goes out. Harmon throws up a contested 3, can't get it to go. Rebound out to Wendell Moore. And it looks like that's going to do it. Oklahoma's still playing some hard-nosed D. And Lon Kruger calls off the Dogs. Duke wins this one 78 to 68, and I was 1 point off. I said 77 to 67. Dang. Well, I was close, and for that, I can sleep tonight. Let's look at the box score, folks. Vernon Carey with a 23 and 13 double-double. Wendell Moore, Trey Jones each pitch in with 14 and 12. And for the Sooners, Brady Manick with 22, Devion Hartman with 21, Austin Reeves with 5. And after that, pretty much an empty void. Folks, we'll be back on the call in the next half hour, and I'll be on with guest host Seth, a.k.a. Shaggy Wallace, in what should be a great 1-4 matchup between Dayton and Kentucky. If you like our work, check us out at Neutral Site Show on our Twitter page, capital N, capital S, capital S, and check out at Hutch and Huber, both capital H's, on their Twitter page as well as our YouTube pages. We've been putting a lot of effort into this. We love the support so far, and we're going to keep going until we crown a champion in our TNS March Madness 2K Sim bracket. So once again, stay tuned. We'll be back in the next half hour. And until then, stay safe, stay neutral. Thanks again, folks.